He never tells me that he's sick of this house.
Here are a couple myths and facts about pit bulls, which gives you a good idea of how they are portrayed and why they have such a bad rep. In our video, we will be interviewing 2 people to get their opinions on pit bulls. We will also show footage taken at the Humane Society of a couple pit bulls showing they are harmless. We will also discuss some solutions to changing people's minds about pit bulls. As a group, we hope to reach out to those who believe pit bulls are dangerous and change their minds in hope to saving these animals' lives.
There ain't always in a few. When I leave the seat up, you don't think that it's rude.
I honestly don't really like pit bulls because they seem kind of mean to me.
Have you seen other things in the news that kind of made you more scared of them or anything?
I feel like just the news portrays pit bulls as like being mean, kind of like just what I said before, but nothing really like too specific, I guess.
Red-nosed pit bull, a tooth-bearing, muscle-bound pit bull. I look like I could tear the steel off a locomotive freight train. People park 3 spaces away when I'm waiting in the car. All the kids in the
When I was little, my neighbor had a pit bull, and like that one wasn't very nice and like bite people a lot. So I think that's just why I don't really like them. I think like the media definitely shouldn't like portray pit bulls being like mean all the time and stuff like that, because I feel like that is all you see. And I also feel like if I knew someone else that had a pit bull and like that one was nice, then like my perception would change.
In our interviews, the interviewees talked about some of the reasons why they are scared of pit bulls. One of the reasons they are scared is because they think the temperament of the pit bull is bad and that they are aggressive. Here is a survey that tells us otherwise. According to the website, the ATTS temperament test focuses on and measures different aspects of temperament, such as stability, shyness, aggressiveness, and friendliness, as well as the dog's instinct for protectiveness towards its handler or self-preservation in the face of a threat. The term pit bull is used to describe the 4 breeds listed below. The table shows the results of a temperament test done by the American Temperament Test Society. Pit bull breeds are strongly misunderstood. Categorized as having the worst and most aggressive temperament, the American Temperament Society considers a rank of 80% and above as good temperament. Let's see how the pit bull breeds do against the lovable and more favored small breeds.
people see me walking down the street, they all run and hide. I used to take it personally, now I take it in stride. I got nothing against no one, I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Even when you play rough and grab their face, they won't do anything to hurt you.
Pit bull, a tooth-bearing, muscle-bound pit bull. I look like I could tear the steel off a locomotive freight train. People park 3 spaces away when I'm waiting in the car. All the kids in.
To
discuss to our audience that there are people out there who are actively trying to make a change on the negative view of pit bulls. One example is an artist named Sophie Gammond, a French photographer who has taken the effort to refocus the view on pit bulls. Through her series, Flower Power, Pit Bulls of the Revolution, she decided to photograph them with flower crowns to infuse a softer energy into their imagery. She wishes for the series to challenge the way we look at pit bulls and ultimately the way we treat them. With this series, she wondered if art is a tool powerful enough it can change pit bulls' fate. This project started as an excuse for her to discover more about pit bulls and to see for herself what the debate was about. Were they really all dangerous, or were most of them simply the victims of a generalization? Like many people, she admittedly had prejudice against them. She was savagely attacked as a child by a large dog, a Briard. Since then, she tensed up around large, energetic dogs, and the stories media filled her head with were not helping. But as an active volunteer with many rescue groups, Sophie says she often came in contact with pit bulls and was slowly warming up to their sweet nature. She says she decided to confront her apprehensions and explore their soft side in a visual way. Sophie came to realize pit bulls were always portrayed in a very urban, gritty photograph. The imagery associated with these dogs is often harsh, very contrasted, conveying the idea of them being tough. So Sophie decided to challenge the way we look at these dogs by portraying them in soft, feminine images. She made the flower headpieces and brought them to shelters where she would photograph dogs who are waiting for adoption. The flowers symbolize an ephemeral quality of life, reminding us that these creatures are fragile and precious. Because of the stigma attached to these dogs, they usually languish in shelters for months, years before finding adoptive homes. The next example I have is from the Bickles. The Bickles' love of pit bulls began when they came across a 5-week-old puppy in need. The puppy's owner was a crack addict whose dogs had puppies. The owner took the puppies from their mother at an extremely young age. The puppy was trying to feed off of a different mother dog, and her tail was cut off with scissors. The owner bragged about both of these events. Brian and Amanda Bickle offered the owner $50 for the puppy, and he literally grabbed the money and threw the puppy at Amanda. About a month after saving their precious puppy, the Bickles' hometown in Canada enacted a ban against any dog resembling a pit bull. Within a week, Brian and Amanda were no longer allowed to dog parks, puppy classes, or to take their puppy for a walk unless it was muzzled. People would cross the street afraid that their 10-pound puppy would attack. Fearing what might happen, they knew they had to share the truth about pit bulls in Chicago. Bailey has also been instrumental in the Bickles' lives as a dog who heals others. As the Bickles have seen members of their family suffer from child abuse and bullying, they knew they wanted to not only help out their loyal furry friends, but abused children as well. From that moment, the Brian and Amanda Bickle Foundation was born, and programs are taking shape in order to fulfill its vital mission in helping those who often cannot help themselves. One of the many things the foundation did in order to promote pit bull adoption was through the endorsement of fellow NHL players from the Blackhawks team. The couple came up with the idea to do a calendar photo shoot with pit bulls and Blackhawk team members to help raise money and showcase dogs who are in need of homes from around Illinois. The 2015 calendar will be their second calendar shoot printed. They cost roughly $25. This event created BuzzFeed from a few news outlets that helped people start talking about what this program does and why. This website even goes on to give people the opportunity to internship. They host annual events. They have started a few programs for the dogs that help them recover from neglected and abused lives to help them adjust to prospective homes. Through this video, I hope we were able to reach those who are afraid or dislike pit bulls and have helped alter the negative perspective they may have had due to bad experiences or bad publicity that pit bulls have associated with the name. There is evidence in favor of pit bulls that show pit bulls do not actually relate to the misleading titles they are often given. Our goal is to show that not all pit bulls are mean and aggressive.